Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to From Obliviousness to Oblivion. Last time, we left off where Ouka Yamakawa was thinking, hey, those are nice guys. Whilst they were twirling their mustaches. Clearly nothing evil going on.
Clearly.
So, from last session, Ouka was in the hotel, in quotation marks.
Well, it's not a super nice place. It's literally just here's where we keep people who don't have a place to stay.
As far as Ouka is concerned, it's great. He hasn't seen any flaws.
No flaws whatsoever.
That might just be due to the fact that he can't see shit, but hey.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, you're gonna have a little bit of downtime. Food is available, though technically you don't have to eat due to the ring of sustenance.
I think I'm just going to get general information of the area, of the people, rules, stuff that people should have told me whilst I was on the ship, but somehow failed to.
To do.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is where things start to get a little bit messy. So, because you're in Ensil, that that means that certain roles get modifiers. So, you're making a gather information check, right?
Yep.
So, make a diplomacy check, but unfortunately, because you're in Ensil, at a minus 16 penalty.
Ooh. Okay. I rolled an 8.
So
For
you're
a
at
total of
minus
6 due to the penalty.
Okay, so you get just not a lot of people don't tend to talk, but little things is there's a curfew, so no one leaves at night, and anything that you think can be severely punished is just punished by death on the spot.
Alright. Seems like a nice place.
Yeah, very. It is a highly militarized
I'm used to that.
martial law oppressive fascistic city.
Hey, just like back at home.
Just like at home. Only difference is mostly hobgoblins here.
Alright. You know, see, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. When a hobgoblin town, just go to bed.
Just go to bed. Alright, well, go to bed. Even though you only need to sleep for 2 hours.
Well, might as well be rested. Be ready for anything.
How's your hit points doing, by the way?
Well, I'm still suffering 60 hit points.
Ouch. Not great.
Not great. So, I'm guessing I get to heal if I rest.
Yeah, but that's only if you rest 8 hours.
I'm gonna rest basically as long as I can.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna be long enough because what's gonna happen is you're in your room resting. Next to you is Captain Keelmast, who's also resting, but much more wary.
I can just imagine my character being like, how can he be more worried than me when I'm the one that's half dead?
As in, he's paying attention to his surroundings.
I know, he should relax.
You should relax. So, it's about 10 p.m. It's been dark for a while. You're mentally tired from all that form filling. When you hear a knock on your door.
I just look over at the captain and go, yeah, you should answer that.
Captain's gonna go, I'm not gonna answer that, you answer that.
You can just imagine my character going up and go like, he saw that on me. Alright, I walk over to the door, open it slightly to see who it is.
Well, standing before you is that man in the shiny red suit, followed by standing behind him is his lord.
Open the door and go, come in if you want. Come bowing at them.
They give you a nod and they walk in. And then they close the door. The one who closes the door is the Lord, and you can tell that he's being extra careful.
I kind of just look at both of them and just go, so are we doing it now?
He's going to nod and go, you're highly perceptive for once. I was just
thinking, you know what's running through my character's head? What? It's like, I could go for lunch right now. That would definitely work.
That would definitely work. He's gonna go, unfortunately, one of my comrades got himself into a bit of a pickle, and it means that I have to finish my tasks in the city before dawn. Now, this means that it's going to be a little bit more complicated, as it were. But I've already arranged with your other two companions that we're going to do things tonight, and I thought maybe you'd be interested into taking advantage of this new situation and fulfilling your own goals.
My character's going to nod and go, yeah, I think that might be opportune. Although, could you get me over the wall? Because that's going to be a bit of a problem.
You don't need to go over the wall.
My character's probably just thinking, it's like, clearly I misunderstood. Happens all the time.
Okay, so just a recap. The church you're going is in the human area of the city, right? And past that is the wall that divides between the human area and the hobgoblin area.
Yeah. Actually, my characters are just going to look at the captain and go, you're gonna have to get up. We need to do this now.
And Captain's gonna go, all right. He's still a little worried. And Grace is gonna go, now, I don't ask much from you for my help, but I would be grateful if you could make a bit of a commotion, at least after you finished your job, if it's quick, or in say about 2 hours if you're not done by then.
My characters are going to nod and go, yeah, I am fairly certain I could do that. How big of a commotion?
He's gonna go, I just need to draw as many guards as possible away from where I'm heading. And he'll point out that he's actually heading past the wall.
My character's going to nod and go, yeah, I reckon we can do that.
And he's gonna go, perfect. So, I have a little gift for you. Now, these will be perfect for the job, but I recommend that you take great care. And he's going to produce 4 large vials that contain a very deep red liquid inside. Now, the funny thing about these vials is that they have been tampered so that the topper is actually sealed completely. It's fused so the glass is just one piece.
My cat's going to look at it inquisitively and go, what are they?
He's gonna go, have you ever heard of Alchemist 5?
Going to give a nod and go, yes.
Well, imagine something that is much, 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 much more potent than that, and this is what these are.
Do they go through walls?
Well, not exactly. But if you hit something made out of wood, it's definitely going to catch on fire.
My cat is going to go, I think that distraction is going to be fairly easy.
Well, just a word of warning. When you throw these, stand very, very far away.
Would a wall in between me and the target be enough?
If you're quick, yes. It's got 3 modes of action. Well, it does 3 different things, each particularly dangerous. Things on fire, produces a cloud of poisonous gas, and produces a very bright flash of light. Thing to note is you don't want to be hit by the light. That's very dangerous.
My cat is going to nod and go, okay.
He's going to hand you these vials, and you can feel through the glass that these things are warm.
My cat is probably going to be thinking, like, my god, this guy's amazing. He must be a really powerful alchemist to make this stuff.
Well, he's going to give you 2, and he's going to give Captain Killmask 2. And he's going to say, now, a second point, something to bear in mind, is things are going to get a little crazy by dawn. So, happens at first light, stay indoors. I wouldn't want someone like you getting hurt.
My cat is going to go, understood.
Very well. I hope you are ready to start.
My cat is going to grab the captain and go, okay, we're off. And he's going to start running out of the building, getting the captain to give him directions to find the church.
All right. So you should just run out.
With the captain.
With the captain. So first things first. You run out of the building. You immediately encounter 2 hobgoblin guards who obviously are not going to be letting you out.
Charge. I'm pretty sure they weren't expecting this.
Yeah, well, we'll count that this part is a surprise round. Yeah, because you just... I'm guessing... Because you're pretty strong, right?
Yeah.
So you're just, like, carrying the captain. Burst through the door of this hotel. Hobgoblin goes, wait, you can't leave, and then you just hit him, right?
Yep, pretty much. Well, I hit each once.
Okay. Roll attacks.
Okay, it's a 29 a hit.
Yes.
Okay, so I've hit both targets, and then...
What's the minimum damage that you make?
Okay, well... The minimum is going to be 19 with 2 points of bleed.
Then don't bother rolling. You've just killed 2 hobgoblins. Pow!
And then I'm gonna start running.
Okay. Are you going to carry Captain Killmas the entire way?
Yeah,
All right.
because it makes more sense. I'm faster than if he's running, and I don't get tired.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm gonna need you to do is, since you're not going for stealth, you're. This is more about getting somewhere quickly and trying to avoid places where people can spot you.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. I'm going to say that the captain's on lookout.
Yeah, the captain is okay. So what's going to happen is the captain's going to roll 3 perception checks, and I'm going to have you roll 3 acrobatics checks.
1 second. Okay.
Okay. And we'll see how many encounters you end up having to do.
All right. The lowest that I rolled was a 13.
And what would be the total for the 13?
No, I rolled a 4, and the total is 13.
Oh, okay. So 13, and then
Then the next one would be 21, and then the next one would be 26.
okay. So unfortunately, your lookout did not do very well in his rolls. So basically, you're gonna run, and you're gonna turn into a corner, jump over a fence, and as you land on the street, you're actually going to run into the 5 hobgoblins.
I'm charging.
Well, unfortunately, because your action happens, it's going to be straight initiative.
Okay.
So we'll see who
So
goes first.
I might not even end up charging.
No, because so you finished your action, then you both spot each other.
Yeah.
So roll initiative, then see who goes first gets to do stuff.
Okay, I've rolled. My total is 6. I ain't going first.
All right. So actually, it's going to be the hobgoblins. They get it. They see what they see you running around. They're like, we've seen people like you before. Oh. Okay. You have 4 hobgoblins are going to take out their bows and shoot at you, and 2 of the hobgoblins are going to take out their weapons and charge. So first, the hobgoblins who are going to shoot at you. What's your AC?
30.
30. 1 hit.
No, it doesn't. Deflect arrow.
Okay, 1 would have hit. Bing. Now, first the hobgoblin that charge. Well, so the 2 hobgoblins that are with weapons. One's going to charge at Gilmas. One's going to charge at you.
I'm guessing we're both close to each other, yeah?
You're literally next to each other.
Right. Well, I have a thing known as menacing presence, which means everybody who's in melee range has a -2 to hit.
Okay.
Me or, from what I understand, the allies.
Oh, well, that's useful because that means that the first hobgoblin misses Keelmast. Let's see what the second hobgoblin. And second hobgoblin misses you. So it's going to be Killmas, then you. Killmas, well, he had his weapons readied. And he fails to hit the hobgoblin. I'm just not rolling well today. Okay, well, your turn.
Well, I'm going to just do my base attacks on the two goblins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is kind of crazy.
Well, roll and let's see.
Okay, the lowest that I rolled is a 17.
17 total to hit.
Yeah, 17 total to hit.
Okay, that's a miss. What's the
Um,
next one up?
the next one up, I think. Oh, well, it would be 29.
Okay. So you missed once and everything else hits.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm
Roll
splitting the
that.
attacks.
Okay, so roll. How many do you want on one? How many do you want on the other?
Well, I think it would be 2 and 2.
Okay, 2 and 2. So roll 2 on one and 2 on the other.
Well, I'm just gonna point out, unless they have DR, that's 34 damage per hit. Well, 30 damage plus then the die damage and the bleed.
Well, roll it because the two that you're attacking are actually slightly more powerful hobgoblins.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the first one takes 49 and the second one takes 50 normal damage, and then okay, so does the bleed dice stack with each other, or is it just
They
one?
stack once, and then it's just the highest after that.
Okay.
So you do both of the bleed on the attack, and then when it's the actual bleed, it's just the highest die.
All right. So for the first guy, he suffers a total of 4 on the dice, and then the other guy suffers a total of 5. The first guy has 2 on the bleed, and then the other guy has 4 on the bleed.
All right, noted.
Although
They're still both alive, by the way. Very hurt, but still alive.
well, maybe I should have flurried.
Maybe you should have flurried. I told you they were tougher. So back to the hobgoblins. Okay, first what's going to happen is 2 of the hobgoblins that were shooting at you are going to run off in different directions, presumably to get more help.
Mm-hmm.
So they're further away. Since this street is quite long and there's not much in terms of alleys or what have you where they can go, they just actually run away from you for now. The other 2 with bows are going to try to shoot at Captain Kilma, saying that you can deflect arrows. But they miss. Then the 2 hobgoblins that are fighting, well, you and Captain Kilmast. First against Captain Kilmast. That's 1 hit. Which does... Okay, so these guys are wielding swords, and one of them just manages to catch the good old captain, like nicking the top bit of his head, cutting off a good slice of his hat. And the captain, you can see a little bit of blood streaking off his head, but he looks more annoyed that his hat got ruined than actually hurt. And then the one attacking you, you said your AC is 30, right?
Yeah, but remember the -2 penalty.
Yeah, he misses twice. and then they take the bleed, which is what, 1d4, right?
Yeah, 1d4.
Okay, okay. So when I have to roll damage on these guys, I rolled max. 4 and 4 bleed. They are not looking healthy. Well, the good old captain is going to try to attack the hobgoblin that's fighting him. And fails twice. Because bad rolls forever. Your turn.
Well, I'm going to go for a flurry.
Go for it.
Oh, this is going to be nuts. Alright, well, ones are misses, yeah?
Yep.
Is a 23 a hit?
Yep. 23 is a hit.
Okay, so then I've hit a total of 7 times, because I only rolled 1.
Okay, so how do you want to distribute the damage?
I'm going to go with 4 on the one that the captain's fighting and 3 on the other guy.
Okay. Roll damage.
Okay, I'm just going to roll first for the guy with the captain. Okay, 29. We'll have to get the calculator.
Yeah, well, calculate away.
Okay, so not including the bleed damage, this guy suffered 97 damage.
Oh, he is pulp.
The other guy, um, suffers 65, not including the bleed damage.
And he's also pulp. Like, they had more hit points, but not that many hit points.
I'm just wondering, from the layout, does it look like I could grab the captain and then run past the 2 archers?
Well, you have an option. You can either run in the direction of, well, actually you have 3 options. You can run in the direction of towards the archers.
Mm-hmm.
You can run in the opposite direction, or you could try hopping over the walls of the street and going through private properties towards the church.
Okay, I think I'm going to try to hop over
Okay.
with the captain.
So give me an acrobatics check with a -4 penalty, because carrying someone does make it harder.
Well, I got a total of 8. Face palm.
Well, I mean, actually, the total would be 10, because the captain will actually help you somewhat, because he's also going to try to. Okay, so what's going to happen is you're going to run like 3/4 of the way up the wall carrying the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Then the captain is going to see that you're falling behind. He's going to grab onto the top of the ledge and grab you.
And then I'm guessing I could just climb over.
Yeah, they just hop over him, grab him, take it. But it's going to basically, you're not going to fail at that. It's just that it means that you're going to get shot at one more time.
All right.
So let's see. And they're trying. Well, actually, they hit once at the good old captain, dealing not insignificant amount of damage. So,
Also,
that's hmm?
I'm just wondering, how is the captain doing? He must be quite hurt at this point.
He taking into account this amount of damage and the stuff that he suffered before. He's got about 12 hit points left. Thereabouts.
The wall that I jumped over, what is it made out of?
It's brick.
Right. Would it be very difficult to throw the vial to the other side?
Well, it it wouldn't be hard to throw it over the wall once you're on the other side,
Yeah.
but it would be very hard to get it anywhere near the archers.
Nah, it doesn't matter. I'll just, um,
Okay, so once you're on the other side,
yeah. Once I'm on the other side, I'm just going to throw the vial and go. Well, I mean, the idea here is more for me to understand like how powerful whatever it is this guy given me is.
so you're throwing it. Where are you aiming at?
Okay, I'm aiming it as far in the direction of the archers as I can possibly get it to be.
Oh,
But
okay.
for it to land on the floor.
So basically, you're just going to throw it over the wall. Because remember, this wall is taller than you are, so you can't see past it.
Yeah.
So you're just going to try to throw this as far away in the direction of the archers as you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Okay, well, I rolled 13 for a total of 16.
Okay. You can get it decently far. But, I mean, you could have thrown it further than you did. But, okay. So, you throw the vial over the top of the wall, goes flying through the air, smashes onto the, and instantly you see above you how this very bright flash of sickly blue light, just goes off, and immediately you see a huge amount of smoke coming from the direction of where you threw this, and you hear fire. Now you can't see the fire yet because, well, you threw it relatively far, and also the wall's pretty high.
I'm gonna look at the captain and go, okay, you need to keep going. Grab him, start running off again.
Okay. You're going to be going through quite a few of these, like private gardens. Climbing the walls is not too hard, but it's going to slow your progress somewhat. Now you can either choose to go through a lot of gardens, or you can choose to, after a bunch of gardens, try to get on back onto the road and go to through a much quicker route, but obviously you'll be in danger of being spotted easier.
Yeah, I think I'll take the second option.
Oh, okay. So I'll give you a perception check from Captain Keelmast, and can you give me an acrobatics check?
I don't know why I'm rolling 3s on my acrobatics checks. Total 12.
Okay, so it's going to be again quite a messy trying to get over this another one of these high walls to get onto the street. But luckily, the captain was in lookout, so we managed to get onto a street that has no hobgoblins on it. And carry on.
Yeah. If at any point I see, well, the captain sees, like there might be more hobgoblins ahead, I think we'll throw another vial into, like, past another garden wall.
Are you what? What do you mean? So, if you're running and you see a bunch of hobgoblins, you're going to throw the vial at them, or you're going to throw it at one of the houses?
I'm going to throw it at one of the houses, but like inside uh, the wall. I'm probably aiming for their gardens rather than what the house is if they have gardens. If not, I'm guessing we're gonna throw it into like, uh, an off street. Whilst I'm like behind the corner.
Oh, okay. Well, roll me a d20.
I rolled a 12, so not too bad.
Not too bad. Okay, going through these gardens and whatnot, and then taking the route in the street, you've managed to avoid most of the hobgoblins. And in fact, at this point there's only about 200 feet where you are, and it's just a straight road to the church that you are going to. So you've avoided a fair amount of encounters. Unfortunately for you, though, there is in fact quite a parade of goblins just in front of the church. And
I don't reckon I could throw the vial at them without it affecting me, right?
well, probably not, but you could try. Um, the thing is, there are gardens nearby.
Well, then I would probably hop through the gardens and then try to work out more or less where they are, and then throw it over the wall of the garden.
Okay. Okay. This is going to be a bit of a stealth check. So give me a stealth check to just try to move without them noticing you.
Oh, well, I don't actually have any ranks in stealth. I rolled a 6, but I have a +2 on the dex, so that's a total of 8.
Okay.
Just let me see if I don't have any flaws that actually go against stealth. No. So, at least on that front, I'm not hindered. I'm guessing
Okay.
if the captain's helping me, that would be a total of 10.
Yeah, unfortunately, 10's not going to be enough. There's quite a lot of hobgoblins here. They're going to spot you. So basically, you jump onto one of the gardens, and the good old captain's behind you. Unfortunately, yeah, kind of made a bit of a noise, and this bunch of hobgoblins rush from the church towards you.
Are they on the other side of the wall, or?
Well, if you stay where you are, it's going to take them a bit, and then they're going to be right outside the bit that you're in.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to grab one of my vials and one of the captain's vials, and I'm going to throw. Well, so run, throw one to where they are, and then throw another to the other garden.
As the other garden, as in what? Like one adjacent to where you're at, or one across the street?
One adjacent to where I'm at. But like on both instances, I'm going to try and get the vials. Like I'm gonna run as close as possible and then throw them past the walls.
Okay. So, how we're gonna do this is, are you going to wait for them, the hobgoblins, to reach you, or are you going to just like immediately throw these?
I'm going to try and immediately throw these. Yeah, but run to sort of close the distance if I can.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you run on the walls, which shouldn't be too hard. Um, okay, make an acrobatics check to run on the wall.
Oh
'Cause you
man, if
can
this fails, this might be the end of the guy.
just don't roll a 1.
Rolled a 4, so that'll be a total of 13.
Okay, you're safe. So your speed is 90, right?
No, it's 60.
60. Okay, so yeah, you close the distance quite considerably. This bunch of hobgoblins is now relatively near to you. So, are you going to jump down onto the garden and throw it, or are you going to throw it and as you throw it, duck down?
No, I'm going to jump down and then throw it.
Okay.
It's light. I am not outdoing light.
Okay. So, give me another strength check.
Rolled a 5 for a total of 8.
Okay, so you throw the vial over the wall, and I mean this wall it protects you a little, but that vial landed very close.
Okay.
So, right. It protects you from the light. It stops the fire, but unfortunately, you get a whiff of that smoke. So I'm gonna have to have you give me a fort save.
Is
This
this
is a
a...
poison effect, so just in
This
case.
is just a poison.
It is just a poison.
Does it count as a staggering effect?
No, it's just poison.
Okay. Let's just hope I roll well. And I rolled a 1. For a total of 13.
Wow. Okay then. Right, you feel this poison curse through your body. You you know you're in trouble, but doesn't kick in just yet.
Oh dear. Actually, 1 second. Um, because I have diamond body, so I don't remember if that's the one that. Um. No, I'm immune to poisons due to diamond
Ah,
body. I was thinking about that because it's like, wait a minute,
well, that's very handy.
that is very handy.
Yeah.
See, being a monk rules.
Mm. Uh, I will also have to inform you, though, unfortunately, Captain Kilmast also took a whiff of that poisonous gas.
I'm thinking, oh god, I have a great excuse as to why I'm going to the church now.
Well, we'll see if they can do anything about it. I'm just going to roll for the hobgoblins because, unfortunately, they were within the range of the light, and they failed the fort save. So let's see if they survive. They're okay. So they don't immediately die from the light damage, but they're stupidly hard.
What about the fire?
Okay, since I don't think they would be within the fire distance, but they would be definitely within the smoke distance. Because I said you didn't really throw it that far.
No, that's true.
But because of the light effect, oh yeah, no, they failed their save against the poison cloud. So what are you gonna do?
Actually, okay. So how many vials did I throw?
You have one left.
All right. What's not on fire?
Oh well. So you're sticking around for more than one round, right?
Yeah.
So you left pretty quickly from the last one that you threw, so you didn't see what was going on, but the smoke's still around. The fire's still around. The light's gone though. So are you gonna stay put and take another whiff of poison?
No, I'm going to move, and then I'm going to see if we could like circle around past the hobgoblins.
Okay. Okay, since you're immune to poison, you're fine.
I'll grab the
good old captain.
the captain, and I'm probably going to put my well, actually, I don't know. Does the ring of sustenance help you with holding your breath?
Nope.
No. Okay. Well, then I'm just going to like cover his mouth whilst I'm running.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, the good old captain starts to take some. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, actually, no. The poison kicks in. Good old captain dies.
Well, okay. I know where the place is. I'm just gonna go like, I'm sorry, man. So close his eyes.
You're just
Make a
gonna
symbol.
not be holding his like you grab the captain, you know?
Yeah.
You start moving and then you realize, yeah, he's limp.
Like, is he dead?
Yeah, he did.
Well, I said I'm gonna just put him to like one corner, just close his eyes and like just take the orb and go like, I'm so sorry, Captain.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm also taking his last vial because I'm like, this is a very useful thing. Although
this is a useful weapon.
I
haven't
will,
even seen what it does since you keep hiding.
well, the guy said that don't get hit by the light. I am like, I have no idea, but I know this thing is insanely nuts.
Well, you haven't seen the amount of damage that it does, but I'll tell you the effect of the poison because you. Well, actually, do you have medicine?
I have heal.
Heal.
I have
Yeah.
2 ranks in. No, wait, I have 4 ranks for it.
Give me a heal check.
Give me a second. Alright. I only have a total of a +2 from heal, so. Well, I rolled an 8, so that's a total of 10.
Wow. Okay, so you're not gonna know how much damage, but you know that this thing affects the poison destroys your strength and your constitution.
Oh, well.
But you don't know how much it does.
Well, I mean, clearly the captain wasn't doing very hot, which is probably why he died.
Yeah. No.
But I'm also wondering, it's like, I mean, I've done at least what my friend asked. I've definitely made a distraction.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Uh, Actually, considering I'm immune to the poison, I'm probably gonna stay low for like a round or two, and then just try to hear what's happening around me.
Well, the round after the rest of the hobgoblins die, they weren't doing too good.
Well, that's the case. I'm going to sort of hop over away from the fire, and then see if I can dash to the um,
Hmm.
how do I call it, temple with the orb.
Well, since you know where the temple is, yeah, you can. Um, Not a lot of people are paying too much mind to you because you've set half the town on fire. Oh, actually, no, you have two vials of fire because you didn't throw the other one to the garden that you said you would.
Yeah, yeah. I guess probably what happened was I was going to, and then I got a whiff of the poison.
Yeah, yeah, but you're like, oh, that's well, actually, more like you threw the thing and that's like, oh, that's very close.
Yeah. And then like I'm still holding it up, going like,
Yeah, well, I mean, if nothing else, you've set two streets on fire.
yeah. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a pretty big distraction.
Uh-huh. And how long does the fire last for? Okay, so the cloud lasts for 5 rounds. Oh wow! So yeah, you've set the streets on fire for 3 minutes, which means that other things are going to start catching fire.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm going to run.
congratulations.
What?
Congratulations, you're an arsonist.
Hey, uh, I'm already wanted dead because I killed guards and I'm out doing curfew.
Yeah, that too.
I'm just saying, like it's not gonna get any worse.
Mm, well, given how toxic the clouds are, yeah, it's gonna get a lot worse.
Not for me.
Not for you, but the well, all the people who were living in that area. I mean, their houses aren't sealed tight, so they're going to be affected by the smoke. So if their houses don't catch on fire, they're definitely dead due to the smoke.
Look, I know that that would be weighing on my character's conscience, but he has no attention span. He probably hasn't noticed that that's actually going to be a thing.
Yeah, because he's immune to poison.
No, I'm saying that the minus 10 perception, he's probably not thought the whole thing through.
Yeah, also that's true. You do have a penalty to wisdom, right?
I do have a penalty to wisdom, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, you're like, yeah, it's fine. This is fine.
Dude, my friend would never hurt innocents. I'm fairly confident about that.
Even though that your companion literally just died next to you.
That was probably the arrow and the blade that nicked the top of his head.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying that that's probably what killed him.
Yeah, man, you're leaving him just like in a corner
Yeah. Uh,
next to a house. Just
well,
randomly.
I'm thinking, look, I'll come back and give you a proper burial, but I kind of need to do this first.
I mean, it's not like the church revives people or anything.
Actually, I would know that. So, actually, yeah, I'll probably take his body to the church.
Okay.
Like, I'm a decent guy. So, mass arsonist, I'm a decent guy.
I'm a decent, upstanding citizen. I just set half the world on fire. It's fine.
It's fine. I'm guessing it's not too difficult to get to the church with carrying the captain.
At this point, no. I mean, it was going to take you a couple of rounds, and you've killed everyone nearby, even civilians. So
Even
there's no one to stop you.
Oh, like I get into the church.
Well, you can try. It is curfew. The church is locked.
What are the doors made out of?
They're just wood.
So I'm reckoning I could just kick them in.
Yeah. Give me a strength check.
I rolled an 8, but this is a Sunder attempt, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, unlike normal Sunder attempts from my stand, I get to do my full damage to it.
All right. Well, roll it. And let me find what the hardness of a wooden door is.
Okay, I've done a total of 23. I'm assuming I don't add the bleed damage to this.
No, you didn't.
But I don't think 23 is a shabby number.
Mm. Let me see what the... Okay. Yeah, no, you just destroyed that wood door. Just crack it. Let me just put it into perspective as to what the couple of priests are inside this temple see. A man just destroyed their door. He's walking in with a corpse, and behind him, the world's on fire.
I'm going to shout, quick! Someone needs to help me! My friend here just perished by inhaling the things that are outside. I don't know what happened.
A love check.
At least this one shouldn't be too bad. Hey, I rolled a 15. So that's a total of 29.
Well, this isn't so much as your ability to convince people as the fact that they're just in too much of a panic to really consider what you're saying to be untrue. One of the priests is going to rush towards your friend and like try to like direct you to help them to put your friend in like a room where they can start doing treatment and whatnot. Another one is going to poorly try to close the door that you just destroyed. You know, like, I'm gonna close this door. Oh,
Like the thing falls off the hinges.
yeah, basically. It's like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna try to prop it over so that it looks like the church is still closed. Oh, it keeps falling down because it's broken in bits. All right. So, they start examining the body of the captain, and they're like, unfortunately, we can't help you.
I'm going to be kind of acting the story. Go, is he too far gone?
Just check the specifics of the spell they have access to.
I am assuming they don't have wish
Nope, they don't have wish.
or miracle.
No, they don't have that. They have access to breath of life. But unfortunately, it's creatures that have died within 1 round, and the captain has been dead for like 3 or 4 rounds.
I was too late. Oh no. But I mean, I wouldn't have been able to get to the church in 1 round.
Yeah, the other thing is that they can't revive someone who's taken more constitution damage than they have con.
Yeah. I'm guessing I'm probably gonna look very sad and just go like, would it be possible to give him a proper burial here?
And they're gonna nod and they're gonna go, yes, yes. We can arrange that, although this particular church doesn't actually have a graveyard. The graveyard's outside of the city.
Go and nod and go like, I understand. After that, I'm going to kind of try to bring up the subject of the artifact that we were trying to bring here in the first place and explain to them that we were going to do this in the morning, and then the fire started.
And then the fire started. It's like, what, were you staying in one of the nearby buildings?
I'm going to say that I was staying a little further away, but the fires also started down there as well.
They're gonna look quite shocked. But unfortunately, this is a low-level cleric. So they're going to make you wait in a room of the side of the church, not in the same one where your friend is being kept.
I'm gonna keep the orb though with me, so
Yeah. It's going to take. So, I mean, you traveling there took a few minutes, like 20 minutes, because you have movement 60.
Mm-hmm.
So, so it's gonna take about 2 hours or so, because trying to wake up the head priest, letting them get changed and whatnot, and then explaining to what's happening. Lucky for you, the cloud isn't moving towards the church.
You can imagine the funniest thing happening of the cloud just rolling over, everybody else starts dropping like flies, and my cat is going like, what the hell's actually no, you wouldn't notice. So, like after 2 hours he'd be like, oh, this is taking a long time.
Yeah.
He looks around the corner, sees people on the floor, and he's like, yeah, it's totally fine.
So it's gonna take a while for the head priest to get ready and what have you. So, but eventually they come. This is a very, very old human, surprisingly bronzed skin, like not quite dark, but definitely like in the light chocolate / tea kind of region of color. They have a lot of white hair, and a very long beard, very long hair. Dressed in what can only be described as an stupidly colorful robe. It's like yellow and bright green and bright pink. In like a sort of weird, like it's not quite flowers, but like it's like a weird kind of representation of flowers. Basically, weird hippie dress.
Well, my cat is going to explain what the captain explained to me, and also explain like what I served during the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and what the Mothman gave me, like the prophecy.
Oh, okay. Well,
As I'm showing him the orb.
He's he's going to be quite taken aback by all this information. And because he's old, it's going to take you a very long time to actually get each point across.
I am tempted to write it if I need to.
He's going to be asking like the same question like 6 or 7 times. You know?
I can just imagine my character going like, "I am a bastion of patience," and like he's not responding to the person asking questions.
It's like, I will answer every question you have. I can do this. I don't care how long it takes. Wait, you're talking to me?
Like, what? Yeah, I can imagine that conversation taking a very long time because the guy would be going like, "What?" and then my character going, "Wait, what?" Did you say something?
basically. Yeah, what did you say? No, what did you say? So why don't you roll for me a d4?
All right. 3.
Okay, it actually took you 3 hours to get all of your information conveyed to this guy.
I can just imagine like at the very end with going like, with thumbs up, going, "Yeah,
He's like, yeah.
understanding."
We get each other. It only took 3 hours.
How bad's I mean, out of character? How bad's the city doing at this point, considering the fires?
Well, I mean, the cloud dissipates after 5 minutes. Yeah, quite a lot of people died. What you don't know is what the other 2 people were up to. Actually, the other 2 groups were up to. Now that I think about it. So,
I'm guessing I will find out once I get out of the church.
true.
I spot it.
True.
Because remember, we have been here for 3 hours.
You've been there for 5 hours.
Oh yeah, I've been there for 5 hours. So
No.
after the lengthy explanation, what happens?
Well, okay. So during this entire time, you get that this orb was actually originally part of a much bigger device that's underneath the church. And that was very important because this device was able to plot basically like the equivalent of prophecies, but for every plane of existence. So it allowed the church to be able to see not just what would happen on earth, but what would happen in hell and heaven and the realms of chaos.
I'm guessing during the conversation, my character, well, once the information gets across to my character, he's probably gonna go like, "I think it'd only be right if I accompany you and we put this in its rightful place."
He's going to agree, but he will tell you that unfortunately the device itself is not functional even with the orb because there are other parts that are missing.
My character's just gonna go, "Well, I think
The
I
orb
better
will
take
help, and with the orb it'll be able to do some things, but it won't be back to its full original ability.
Oh, that's better than nothing."
Yeah, but that's true. So again, because he's very old, it's going to take him a while to like find the key to the basement.
You just imagine while the guy's looking for the keys, my guy's going like, "I am a bastion of patience. I'm a bastion of patience." And then when he's like, "Found the key," I kind of be like, "I'm a bastion of patience."
Yeah. And then he's like, "It's over here."
Like, wait, what?
You're like, "Wait, what?" I think he's like, "Wait, what?" So again, you also lose probably a good half hour on just that.
Yeah, probably.
You know, plus probably half hour on trying to find the key. So that's another hour gone. But you know, eventually he opens the door to the it's underneath the church. He takes you down, and you see this huge golden apparatus. Like the best way to describe it, it looks like a giant organ. You know, where they play music, but it's way more complicated than that. It's got pipes running all over the place. It's got sprockets and like boilers, and like at some point you can see what would be the equivalent of a loom, and it has other weird bips and bobs all over the place.
I'm going to hand over the orb to the priest. Because I probably wouldn't realize where to put it. I'll probably put it in the wrong place.
Yeah, he's going to ask you to help him find the spot the where this thing goes, because he doesn't remember it.
Okay, I am going to take 20 on this.
What's your total?
Well, my total would be 11.
Okay. Let's see, how long would it take 20 for this be?
I'm going to say, just whatever you find, double it.
Let's see, how long would it take in 20? Right, so it would take about 10 minutes just methodically looking over the machine. And you are no help, to be fair.
Ooh, I think I found a coin.
Yeah. So taking 20 was a longest time. Eventually, you're like, oh wait, it just goes here, and just places the orb in the machine, and you see that the machine now starts to move. Like beforehand, it wasn't doing anything, but now it starts to chug along a bit, and the orb starts to spin, and grow bright like it did before.
Mm-hmm.
But this time it's not projecting anything out. It's in fact, it's sending the light like down where it's placed down into the machine, and the machine's now glowing brightly. And the head priest goes, "Well, I mean, in my entire time here, we never used the thing because the orb was lost for millennia. So all I know is stories about how this works." But he starts pulling levers here and there. He goes, I think I got it. He pulls a few levers, nothing happens.
Could I do a knowledge check to try and figure out how to operate this thing?
Make 2 knowledge checks. 1 engineering and 1 religion.
Alright. So first, the engineering, I got a total of 10, and then the religion one, I got a total of 20.
Okay. So looking at the machine, this is clearly more magical than it is hard science. So you're trying to think things through in a logical way, and you realize that logic has nothing to do with this.
Well, I think I probably would realize that it probably has something to do with it, but it's probably missing more parts than I thought it had.
Yeah. So you start recollecting things that you know about religious iconography, about how religious things are set, and so on and so on. And you realize that the priest is not—he's not doing the things right. He's he's moving levers and whatnot, basically in a random order because he doesn't really remember what's going on. Um, and you can work out that from a like what is expected from a religious object being ceremonial or of high importance, that what he's tinkering with is probably not how to activate the machine as a whole.
I'm going to tell the priest, um, it might be better if we let the machine do its thing. So kind of like brushing him to one side and then going, um, like quoting some passages about being patient. And then looking over and then trying to figure out where actually I should be at.
Make an intelligence check.
I rolled a 10 for a total of. 1 second. 12.
It takes you quite a while to think these things. Hey, this thing doesn't really make too much sense, but it's not this part here. Looking at like the design of the church and how things would be built, iconography, you're like, what would be the most important part of the church, and how would that fit to the machine? And takes you a while, but then eventually you're like, oh, it must be around this part of the machine, and then you find that there's like a small red. It's no, it's like a valve basically.
just casually uh, operate it whilst I'm talking to the priest.
You're like, well, I don't know about that. You are just turning this thing around. So are you going to move the valve?
Yeah.
All right. So as you move the valve, you start hearing steam and water flow through the machine. And after a little bit of time, um, like some of the pipes starts to not leak, but like create little fountains around them of this shiny, kind of amber-colored liquid. Um, it's hard to tell because I mean this place is not particularly well lit. But as you see these little fountains start to appear all over the machine, it starts to produce a pool, um, not too far off from where you're standing, but this bit's like a little raised platform, so it's like unlikely that you'd be standing on that place. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And as the pool starts to form, it starts to become deeper than it should. Like you saw when this thing was dry, it was only a few inches deep, but more and more liquid keeps going in, and the liquid doesn't seem to be spilling out, but the bottom seems to be getting deeper and deeper and deeper.
Mm.
And eventually it becomes so deep you don't even see the bottom anymore.
I just look at the priest and go, so what now?
He shrugs. It's like, I don't know. I don't remember what we were supposed to do here. And he's going to walk over to the pool, and he's going to go look into the pool. Look at you. Look at the pool. Touch the pool. And as he touches the pool, you're gonna see that this thing that looked like liquid is now solid. But it still looks liquid. But he's gonna try to press it hard, and it's like rock. And he's gonna, interesting. And he's gonna look at you and go, well, I don't know what we're supposed to do with this.
Roughly what time of the day would it be at this point?
It's about 4 a.m.
My character's going to go shrug and go, I guess we could read the passages or retell the tales about this contraption. I don't know.
You go, well, I don't know if there's any stuff specifically on the contraption in our holy books, but there might be something around here. He's going to be looking around the room, trying to see if there's any books on the machine.
It's the manual! Like, nah, we don't need this.
That was a manual, I swear I saw that 20 years ago.
Alright, take 20 to try and find that thing.
Take 20 on the search. Okay, that's going to take you about, it's probably going to take you more than an hour. It's going to take you like 2 hours on that. Because obviously, you're going to be pretty much no help.
Nope.
So, as you're searching, you start to hear very loud winds from outside. You've been searching this place for about an hour and a half now. So it's about 5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
And dawn is starting. You start to hear the loud winds and heavy rain and thunder, which is not too distant from where you are.
My character's gonna pay no heed and keep searching. He's like, I'm a bastion of patience. I will find this thing one day.
And as you start to hear this, you start to feel the ground shake just a little.
Just looking at the head priest and go, this generally doesn't happen, right?
Priest is like, no, we don't get rain. Oh, my balance is off. I think I need to sit down.
I'll help him sit down. And my character's gonna go, I think for now we should focus on the machine. You stay here, I'll keep searching.
As you say that, the crystal that was the pool suddenly changes color. And it's now glowing red.
Should I do a knowledge religion check on that?
Well, you can try after a few moments, because what happens is it starts to project an image. It projects an image of the easiest way to put it, a monster. And what you're seeing is a huge, colossal, weird monstrosity made out of, as far as you can tell, basically an infinite number of snakes with multiple mouths throughout each of the snakes. This thing, and you can see this thing is actually on the city that you're in, but in the hobgoblin side of the wall. And it's bigger than most of the buildings that it's being shown.
I'm guessing the head priest is also seeing this.
Oh yeah, he's also seeing it. The weird thing about this creature is, even though it seems to have a lot of heads, it seems to have a bunch of bigger heads that are attached to a bunch of its, what you can tell as tails, and it seems to be eating itself.
I'm going to look at the priest and go, does the machine tell what's happening in real time as well as the possibility of telling the future?
He's going to nod and go, it's said to be able to do that, yes.
My guy's going to go, you stay here. And he's going to run up and sort of try to go outside the church and see what's happening.
All right. So, you go upstairs, and rush outside, because your perception is so bad. You didn't realize how strong the winds are. So, can I have you make a strength check?
Sure. This is not going to end well. Total of 11.
Okay. I don't think that's going to be enough. And get the rules for weather.
I can do it. Ah!
I can do this. Okay, what's the... Nope. The DC was 15.
I can. No, I can't.
So basically, you go outside, you get knocked prone, and you take 2d6 points of non-lethal.
I'm immune to non-lethal.
Oh, okay.
Well,
never
not
mind
immune, but I have DR10, so.
Oh, well, I rolled a 7, so you don't take any non-lethal damage, but you are knocked prone. And you're swept away 20 feet. As debris all over the place is flapping around. You get pretty much instantly soaked because of the rain. And you get hit by lots of little tiny pellets of hair. This is an apocalyptic storm. And visibility is effectively just as far as like 60 feet, or probably a lot less, more like 30 feet. Just because of how much rain is coming down.
Okay, during all this, can I notice anything beyond the wall?
Well, let me put it to you this way. You have a -9 to your perception.
Yeah.
Right. And the weather is terrible. And you would have to take into account the distance penalties.
Yeah.
All right, well, roll me perception.
I rolled an 11!
Is that a total of 11 or...
No, that's the roll. I have no idea what the distance penalties or the weather penalties are, so...
Okay, without those other penalties, what's just your normal skill check?
2.
2. Yeah, you don't see nothing.
I'm like, the pebbles!
Yeah. You had set the entire town on fire. Now all that fire is gone. But you will notice one thing. And that's that the rain is warm. Actually, you would say that this rain is hot.
Like, is it burning my skin hot?
Um, it's not enough to do damage, but like, imagine the hottest setting of a shower.
Ah, ah. What's
Yeah,
up with this rain?
yeah.
This is
But you're
not right.
at the same time getting hit by pellets, and hail. So half of it is frozen, half of it is boiling.
Ah, I'm going to crawl into the church again.
All right. Well, make me a strength check.
I rolled a 13, so that's a total of 15.
Well, okay,
Actually,
you managed to crawl back into the church. Now you're regretting that you destroyed that door.
ow, ow, ow. The pebbles, they keep chasing me. Ah.
So, I guess this is a good place to stop today's session, given the fact that you're experiencing basically a typhoon.
A warm typhoon.
Very weird weather.
Very weird. Okay, just imagine my character going like, "Does my friend have anything to do with this?"
Is
Nah.
this? Nah. Couldn't possibly be.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we shall see our audience next time.
Next time.